What we have here is the coil feeder. Our metal coils go on a reel and are fed through this feeder straightener that straightens it out, guides it into the machine where we stamp out all the parts. We got various die sets that get changed in and out from the main press. To make the part, the control systems are manual over by the machine, but all the powers and all the main motor controls are adjacent. From there, the stamped product used to get tested or verified for accuracy, just to make sure the metal's right. From that point, it would go into our heat treat machine, which is our furnace. Our furnace tempers, well, it actually carburizes the product slightly. We actually neutral harden, but it carburizes the product slightly where we head into the oil to quench it. This is around a 25-foot run at around 1600 degrees with a specific atmosphere. It's then quenched in oil and fed into what is the tempering oven. All the control systems here control the generator, makes all the atmosphere we need for processing parts. This specific generator, I think, puts out around 2,000 CFM, something like that or more. Down this line, the parts are washed in a simple solution to remove some of the oil from the quench process. And then they're put on a belt, and we got a distinctive dryer that dries the product before it actually gets tempered. In the tempering stages, we actually set our application strength for the metal from the really neutral hardening process. From there, it's automatically put into a hopper where it is deburred using a ceramic media. This machine's fully automated to get product without human intervention from one side to the other side. These are all automated lines. It's got a mild dryer before it actually goes into the next process, which is shot blast system. The shot blast system pretty much grit blasts and prepares the surface for paint. Inside of this particular room is a very important apparatus. On all the deburr operations, there's the need for sludge containment. You are prepping a metal surface with ceramics, and you also are grit blasting. Now, for the abrasive finishing part, the first abrasive finishing part, which is the dry media and centrifugal bowls, you do need a sludge control system. This system actually goes with all the Rosler equipment outside. So it's imperative that both of them get looked into. This is fully functional, ready to go, but this is sort of sold as a system. But before that, we have it go up these conveyors where it's introduced some unique separation and actually examination for our particular components, where we measure the components for attributes and dimensional accuracies that have to be there for the safety system. Everything is on trays, pick and placed, and all the electronics are internal with lots of HMIs for user intervention, for intermediate stops and stuff like that. Down here, they are taken off trays and actually put on our racking system for our paint process. Before we get to the paint though, there's some stages to prep the material Although we just finished with shot blast, we have to get some of the grit and other things actually off the product for paint. Going into paint, we have a basic alkali system, a soap to pretty much prep and clean the surface. All these tanks are used in stages, and they're about like 5 stages through rinses even into what is a phosphate coating. From our phosphate coating, we go through another set of around 6 rinses into a paint system. Our paint system, it being a electrocoat deposit, does have heavy metals in it, and it's used, all the trays are put on the deposit system that automatically assures a deposit of a certain thickness. From there, it goes into our dryer system. Our dryer here cures, well, it doesn't necessarily cure the paint, but it just wicks off any remaining moisture on the paint to start off right before it goes into what is the oven. The carousel system, we're going to go around this corner here. All this is the power panels, chart recorders and things of that nature. It comes out of the dryer and goes into on racks and goes into this upper carousel system, which then takes it back the opposite direction, back towards the area where the parts are actually picked up and placed into bins for shipment. I think we should probably go this way. We don't necessarily have to go upstairs, but I think you got a good visual of where it goes up and over. And this is an oven at a designated temperature. We cure the paint over a certain amount of time. I think it's like 2 hours. So this is a fairly quick process. But down here at the end, there's another mild dry process or system just at the end of the oven. And it actually comes back down here off another set of carousels, and each rack is degated on these. Each rack is degated for the 2 distinct components we make here. And actually the rack is clean. All the hooks are clean and prepped to be put back in the system, and the system starts all back over again. If you just come and take a look over here, what's happening here is the racks actually end up here, and they actually get loaded by set Yamaha robot. They are picked off trays. We don't have any trays here, but they are picked off trays and actually swung across to go back in line and go through the process. So this is a continuous process for this part. And that's it.